The final Housatonic League standings in 1987 showed Shelton and Seymour in second and third place right behind league champion Derby. Once again in 1988, the three Valley schools have emerged as the teams to beat. The Red Raiders sport a spotless 5-0 league mark, while the Gales are at 3-0 and the Wildcats follow with a 3-1 record. The Shelton Gales feature the league's best defense and a steady offense led by quarterback Keith White and running back Steve Kalovich and John Kearns. The Wildcats' success begins and ends with their offensive line, which has allowed quarterback Justin Tanner and running backs Joel Mastro, Maroney Burchell, and Dave Casiello to roll up the yardage and light up the scoreboard. From DeBarber Field in Seymour, it's Shelton against Seymour in a Housatonic League showdown on Valley Cablevision's High School Football Game of the Week. Hello again, everyone. Ed Clements along with Buddy Chernovitz from DeBarber Field in Seymour. Buddy, last week you made quite a statement. You've been around coaching for many, many years. In the game against Lyman Hall, you said that the Seymour offensive line's performance was the best you've ever seen in high school.
I thought so. I thought that they were outstanding. I think it's a tribute to the 7 people across the front, and also an indication of the success of that offensive line is that they played with really a second teamer at fullback, and he had a great day. I thought they dominated the line of scrimmage, and I thought they did a great job all the way across.
Now, the Shelton Gales have their standout nose guard, Aurelio Gracia, out of this football game. He will not play. We know the Shelton defense is an excellent defense. As a matter of fact, it is the best defense in the Housatonic League. What does this mean for the Shelton defense? And let's talk a little bit about that defense.
Well, they've got an outstanding defense. Their linebackers certainly do a creditable job. Question is going to be how important is Aurelio Gracia to anchoring that defensive team. A lot of teams play with one kid who really anchors the program, and it's going to be interesting to see whether they can rebound without him in there and how successful that Seymour offensive line, which we do know is a great line, is going to be able to do against that defense.
I think we're going to have to look at the nose guard position for Shelton early on to see if they are able to contain Seymour up the middle.
Yeah, they're going to go against the Elliott boys, and they're going to have their hands full, and it's going to be an indication of where the offensive line strength will be against that defensive Shelton.
Now, you've seen both teams. What do you think are the keys to today's game?
Well, I'll tell you, I think it's a toss-up type football game. Field position is going to be very important. First score and the ability to hold on to the ball offensively, I think, is going to indicate the winner of this game.
And we'll be right back with the opening kickoff right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone, and we are ready for week number 5 of high school football on our Cable 10 Sports Valley High School Football Game of the Week. And you see in the middle of the field, that's the color guard from Seymour High School, and the Pom-Pom girls coming off the field after they have played the national anthem here at sun-baked DeBarber Field. Buddy, 2 of the teams, of course, in the thick of the Housatonic League scramble for the top spot this year, playing here at DeBarber.
Certainly is, Eddie, and it's a key game. You hate to keep repeating the fact that it's a key game, but last week Seymour had to win in order to stay into that Housatonic League race, and both teams are looking at postseason play. It's a big game not only in the Housatonic League for the first place area, but also for postseason play.
In the center of the field, you see the tri-captains of both teams in the center of the field, and for the Shelton side on the right there, you see Aurelio Gracia, one of their tri-captains, outstanding two-way performer, and most especially on defense at nose guard. Out of this football game, went down early against Branford, injured ankle, was not able to practice this week. Doctors were not able to release him to play in this football game. Truly a big loss for the Shelton Gales. Will be interesting to see how the Gales handle that inside running attack of Seymour. Opening coin toss has just been held. Wildcats will be receiving, as you see in your picture. On the Seymour side of the ledger, Joel Mastro, who was injured early against Lyman Hall, is ready for some duty here today. He'll be starting offensively. Will not start defensively. His spot at middle linebacker will be taken by Matt Klimovich.
No, I was talking to his dad prior to the game, and they were very concerned with his shoulder. As of Tuesday, he was unable to really move the shoulder, but Dr. Lewis said that he'd be able to play, and he certainly is going to get some time in there as a fullback. They're going to keep him out of the defensive part of the football game, but he's going to play on offense, and His shoulder is very, very shaky and tentative, but Joel Mastro is going to play.
He's a gamer.
He certainly is. Today is not the type of day that you want to sit home if you can play, and that's why the injury to Aurelio Gracia has to be pretty serious. Otherwise, that young man would be in there also.
The official time for today's game will be kept on the field.
Thousands of people have come here to DeBarbara Field, as we mentioned before. Great day for high school football. The Shelton Gales overall on the season 3-1, 3-0 in Housatonic League play. As you see, R.J. Rondini, sophomore kicker, getting ready to kick off here today. Seymour Wildcats, on the other hand, have played all 4 games against league opponents, and they are 3-1. It hardly seems possible that they lost to anybody this year the way they've played.
Especially after last week's football game.
Fritz and Burchell back deep for the Wildcats.
Fritz along with Burchell back for the Wildcats. That is Brooks with the football. Billy Brooks for Seymour, and he brings it up the left side of the field as he crosses his 35-yard line.
Brooks on the return for the Wildcats.
And let's take a look at that Seymour Wildcat offense.
29-yard return, puts the ball at the Wildcat 39-yard line, first down and 10 Seymour.
Ball is spotted at the 39-yard line, so the freshman Billy Brooks have gotten the Wildcats in excellent field position. We're underway here at DeBarbara Field in this Intra-Valley and Housatonic League matchup. I formation for the Cats on first down from their 39-yard line. In motion, that is Fritz. Fullback is Mastro behind him. Casiello, that's Fritz with the football, and Fritz is hammered after a pickup of 6 on the play.
Anderson on the stop
Steve
for the Gales.
Calovich from his linebacker spot along with Anderson on the tackle for Shelton.
Fritz comes in motion now, and they're just going to throw it to him outside. It's a little bit of a screen. He'll turn. He gets a nice block inside, picks up about 3 or 4. Good call initially for Seymour as they're going to widen that perimeter of the Shelton defense.
2nd and 4 for the Cats. They're at their 45, just underway. That's the give to Mastro, and he spins for the first down, or what I think is the first down, close to midfield before he's upended by defensive tackle Paul Osak.
You'll see right here, number 89 has a shot on him, unable to hold him. That's Brian McGovern in inside, driving for that first down, initial first down. Joel Mastro, as he said, he is ready to play.
When we get a chance, we're going to give you a look at that Shelton defense. Middle guard right now is Mark Roberts for Shelton. On the first down carry for Shelton, that's Casiello going for another first down as he goes straight up the gut inside the Shelton 40-yard line.
Just a blast right up the middle for them, and Casiello following fullback Joel Mastro. As you see here, Mastro will kick out right there. He takes the end down and then comes straight inside. Great hole again by that Seymour offensive line as they picked up right where they left off last week. Another first down.
Anderson finally bear hugged them. As I said, when we get a chance, we'll show you that Shelton defense. First down for the Cats at the 38 of Shelton. I formation, 2 wide receivers either side of the field. Gray is the tight end to the right side. Fake inside, the pitch out. That's Casiello with the football and rambling for some good yardage before he's upended in the secondary by Jay Fitzpatrick.
They drove Mastro inside to hold him, and then coming out Justin Tanner on the option. 55, Scott Elliott, you'll see him come around the corner of the guard, and then Casiello following him. A big, big play for Seymour. But there is a penalty, and it is going to be brought back as you see the end of the run there. Mark Barbero, the referee. Coach Sponheimer right there, and Bobby Kello. Paul Carey concerned about that. And it is going to be a holding penalty against Seymour. It'll bring them back close to the initial start of the play. They will pick up 5 on that. So it will be a 1st and 5.
Let's take a look now at that Shelton defense. First and 7 for the Wildcats. Line of scrimmage is just inside the 35 of Shelton. Casiello. And a loose football, and a gale has fallen on it. Shelton.
Casiello fumbled the football. Shelton that time went out of their base 50. They went from an odd to an even look that time. Still had a hole inside. Casiello went for about 4 yards and fumbled the football. You'll see him come through now. Look at the surge of that offensive line as Casiello gets about 6 yards. Right here, he's going to lose the football. It is going to come loose, and it is going to be covered right there by Shelton. First down, 27-yard line.
It was Steve Kalovich, one of the tri-captains of the Gales, falling on the football. So the Gales go on offense for the first time here today. Quarterback is Keith White, gives to Kalovich. Kalovich finds a huge hole off the right side and gets near the 45-yard line. Stopped by Gray in the secondary, Steve Kalovich.
You can see in the background the Shelton's coaching staff. This is just a blast at the hole. Fullback kicks out, and Kalovich comes through for the initial first down of the Shelton Gales. Excellent call, excellent carry by Steve Kalovich up around the 44-yard line.
So a first down for the Gales. Both teams have been able to move the football early in the football game. Gales have it after the Seymour turnover. That's Anderson in motion. And a flag is going to be dropped as the handoff is to Steve Kalovich off the left side for a couple. That's going to come back.
It's against Shelton. They did the same thing to the left side as they ran in the initial play. Just a blast off tackle. Kalovich carrying the football. Fullback kicking out. Kearns at the hole. Shelton is going to be in motion. Seymour will decline the penalty. It'll be a second and about 7. Seymour in their base 40 defense. They're a 40 team. They play that even look, and they've sat in it. Shelton started in their 50. Were forced out of it into the 4 look. We'll see if Seymour can contain them out of their base defense.
Well, we got a chance. We're going to show you both the offensive sets and the defensive sets. For the offensive set for Shelton, defensive for Seymour. That's Kalovich with the football. And he is stopped on the second down carry off the right side. Scott Elliott on the tackle for Seymour. Let's take a look now at that Shelton Gale offense.
Third down, about 4.
Third down coming up for Shelton. The line of scrimmage is the 49-yard line. Just underway here at the Barber Field in Seymour. Split backs now for the Gales. Third down. White wants to put it up. Has a receiver out there. That's Kalovich for the first down. A loose ball on the play, and the Wildcats have the football.
Well, we've had a giveaway on both sides. Seymour gave it away on a drive, and here's Kalovich. The ball is thrown very well down the field. Kalovich coming out of the backfield, catching the football. Right here, the ball pops loose as he goes to the ground. Number 34 for Seymour, Glenn Fritz, right there in the recovery. They start on their own 30-yard line, second possession.
So the teams, as Buddy has mentioned, have exchanged turnovers here, and the Wildcats have it back again at their 30. They give to the up back. That's Mastro for 3 yards.
Fans can note, Eddie, that the middle guard now, Aurelio Gracia, not playing. Shelton has gone to a 40 look. They're getting a linebacker in place of Gracia rather than a down person. They're uncovered over that nose. That's a change from base Shelton defensive strategy over the years.
What they do now is they bring in John Novak at one of the inside linebacker spots, take out one of the linemen, as Buddy has mentioned. That's Casiello on the straight handoff into the center of the line, Paul Osak on the tackle, and what they do is they swing Kalovich to one of the outside backer spots.
He goes to the outside. Now they're giving him a 4-4 look with 3 deep in the secondary, and it is creating a little bit of problem for Seymour initially here, as the offensive line is going to have to adjust. They'll be full blocking more, trapping, double teaming.
Third down play coming up for the Cats. 3rd and 5. They're at their 35. Back to throw is Tanner over the middle. Has a receiver out there. It is caught by Gray for the first down before he's stopped by Jay Fitzpatrick.
Excellent throw by Justin Tanner. A turn in by Michael Gray. Came down about 14, 15 yards and just turned inside. Tanner steps up, throws the ball very well as he gets popped just upon releasing. But an excellent call, big first down for Seymour, 46.5-yard line.
First down for the Cats. The line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line. That's Mastro, goes out in the slot to the right side. Glenn Fritz goes in motion. Single setback for the Cats. And Tanner hands it off to him. Casiello. Down to the 48-yard line. Stopped there by Steve Anderson.
Casiello gets a great block inside by Mastro and then breaks to the outside for a pretty good gain on first down. Joel Mastro playing the wing that time, pinned Brian McGovern inside, allowing Casiello to get outside.
Back to a 5-man front defensively for the Shelton Gales. That is Mastro inside, a loose ball, and the Gales have it.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Gales.
Calovage again on the loose ball.
People ask why Seymour is 3-1, and that was the reason when they went down to Cheshire and played their first game. They turned the ball over 4 times in very critical situations. This is a play where Mastro comes inside. He just loses the ball. He's hit pretty good right there, but ball pops loose before he gets to the ground. Covered right there by Shelton in their first on their own 48.
First down for the Gales. Calovage picks up 3 yards off the right side as he gets into Seymour territory. Stopped there by Brian Gross from his defensive end spot. Gross during the week was banged up somewhat, and he did not practice for most of the week, of course, as you see him out here today. Let's take a look quickly at that Seymour defense.
Fans will note the number change also on Steve Calovich. Usually 22. Today he's running at number 20.
Calovich protecting the football, bangs off a tackle and gets close to the 40-yard line before he stopped there by Tanner. Banged off of a attempted tackle by Connick and Burchell.
Maroney Burchell right here just sticks him helmet to helmet, and then rolling off it is Steve Calovich for a pretty good gain here, close to that first down.
We're scoreless in the first quarter. Let's take this timeout. Shelton Gales, welcome back everyone. The Shelton Gales have picked up that first down, and that Calovich is one fine runner.
That was a tough pop that he took. He kept going, spinned out of it, as we've seen him do all year for the first down. They're down around the 41-yard line, their second possession of the day. Turnover's the key so far in this first period of football.
Gales have it, first down at the Seymour 41. Number 27, that's John Kearns going in motion. That's the pitch out. That's Calovich trying to get outside. Calovich, 30, inside the 30-yard line before he is stopped by Glenn Fritz in the secondary. Steve Calovich.
Both teams certainly been able to initially move the football. Calovich with the pitch. Kearns a little bit of motion prior to the snap, gets outside. Good block on the corner, and then Calovich downfield for another first down. Excellent call by Shelton as they're outside, getting outside that contain of Seymour, and they're doing a good job busting it up the middle also with Calovich and Kearns.
Line of scrimmage, the 27 of Seymour. Again, Kearns goes in motion, single setback. A loose football as Calovich went into the line, and Seymour players are indicating they have it, they do.
Again, Shelton returns the favor back to Seymour. Calovich on a dive. Fumbles. We'll see here White with the handoff. Straight ahead. Does not have the football. He never had it as he got to the line of scrimmage. Seymour covers it, and they're back in business on their own 25. So 2 turnovers by each team, and Seymour begins their third possession.
Line of scrimmage is the 26 of Seymour. Both teams giving the football back to one another. Inside handoff, that's to Joel Mastro as he fights close to the 30-yard line. Stopped there by Osek.
Mastro with the tough yardage inside. You have to wonder if that shoulder is bothering him on his fumble. Again, there's some pretty good hitting going on out there, and sometimes solid tackles can cause that ball to come loose.
Second down play for the Cats, 2nd and 7. The line of scrimmage is the Seymour 30-yard line. Justin Tanner fakes inside, pitches out. Casiello did not have the room on the far side of the field. Picks up a few on the play, though, before he's driven out of bounds at that point.
Pitch was made a little bit behind Casiello. He never really had an opportunity to get to the corner. They're pulling that guard. That time Jason Chapman was out in front of him. But Shelton did a good job containing the outside coming up and closing off Seymour before they got to the corner.
Line of scrimmage is the 30-yard line, so 3rd and 6 for the Cats. In motion is Gray. Tanner rolling, looking to throw. An incompleted pass. The closest receiver for Seymour in the area was Mark Casiello.
Pass incomplete.
Fitzpatrick along with
Mark
Jamie
Casiello.
Dykes on the coverage for the Gales.
Tried to drive the outside corner back, and then Casiello came under it. Not a good throw that time by Justin Tanner, as they're facing a 4th down and the first punting opportunity here for either football team.
Well, we got a chance. We are going to be going to a couple of the interviews that we had with the coaches pre-taped.
This period has been just flying by here. It has been non-stop. Both teams moving the ball very well.
Wildcats shift into that punt formation. Justin Tanner
Tanner in punt
does the
formation.
punting for the
Dykes
Cats.
and Sapkowski back
High
there.
punt. That is Jamie Dykes on the other end.
He's got a corner.
40, midfield, and finally taken down at the 48 of Seymour.
Dykes on the return.
Two initial people for Seymour got downfield very well, but they were blocked, and there was no one following them down, allowing him to get back close to midfield. You'll see here as he catches the football, Jamie Dykes gets a great block here, then breaks the tackle, and then there's nobody for Seymour until he gets close to midfield. He is down inside Seymour territory around the 48-yard line.
And that was Chuck Sapkowski throwing that block for Jamie Dykes. First down for the Gales at the 48 of Seymour. Kearns in motion. The pitch. Kalovich stopped for a loss. Burchell.
There's our player of the week last week, Maroney Burchell. You saw him get hammered by Kalovich a couple plays ago. Maroney just came right back, and watch this. He takes him on solid. He is not going to be knocked back this time. That's an excellent tackle. Loss of about 1.5 yards. Maroney Burchell, last week's Fitzpatrick Player of the Game.
And speaking about that, we're going to be making the presentation of our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game award winner at the conclusion of this football game. 2nd and 12 for the Gales. White wants to put it up. It is tipped and deflected and going incomplete.
Looked like 55. One of the Elliots, Scott Elliott, big 6'3", 220, got a hand on the football.
Pass knocked down by Chapman.
I'll take that back. It was Jason Chapman, number 67, with an illegal receiver downfield, and we'll see what Seymour wants to do here. Should be a loss of down, so they should not have any problem in taking this.
While we discuss things right now, Buddy had a chance to talk with Coach Paul Sponheimer before the football game. And he asked the coach if Seymour was going to do any adjusting on their offensive game plan. And here's what Coach Sponheimer had to say.
Well, we're going to try to stay within our game plan. You know, every week we come out with a game plan. We practice it all week, and hopefully we can execute it, you know, the way we did last week. We were very fortunate last week to come out with our guns blazing, and we were able to keep them going. And we just hope we want to do the same thing. Again, having a first-year quarterback, there are certain things that you know you can do and certain things you know you can't do. And if we're not able to do the things that we want to do, then we're going to have to do things we have to do, and that's when you get in trouble.
Coach, defensively, if you had to make any adjustments, you're both pretty good running football teams. Defensively, you're going to have to shut them down. Any changes?
No. Going with the horses that brought me here, and hopefully they're going to do the job for us. You know, they're a very strong football team, very strong up front. They've got Kearns and Kalovich, two fine runners, and White does an outstanding job running the ball also from the quarterback position. We're just going to try to play our base defense and hope it's good enough.
Welcome back, everyone. The penalty has been assessed against the Shelton Gales. The second down coming up for the Gales. The ball at their 45. They have 17 to go for the first down. And we're in the late stages of the first quarter here at the Barber Field in Seymour. We are scoreless in this crucial Housatonic League matchup. Give inside. That is Kearns. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by defensive end Scott Elliott.
Seymour has seen that motion now with Kearns a couple times. Kearns goes in motion, they just try and drive Kalovich off tackle, and there's nowhere to go. Excellent job containing by that defensive front as they bring up a big third down for Shelton at their own 45-yard line.
In the bottom of your screen, you see two wide receivers. That's Steve Anderson along with Eric Sastrom, who's seeing his first action of the 1988 season. Eric has been out with an injury until this point. Third and long, a passing situation. White wants to throw over the middle as a receiver out there. Overthrows Kearns. That is Justin Tanner returning the football, runs out of bounds on the far side of the field, and the Wildcats have it again on another turnover.
White threw a flutter ball. There was never really a chance for Kearns to get it. It was overthrown. Justin Tanner playing center field, sitting in the zone, just picks it off, got the high point of the football, then does a great job coming back to the far sideline and then getting out of bounds close to that first down area and bringing the ball back around the 47, 46-yard line, plus 46 for Seymour, and they will put the ball in play in their fourth possession of this football game.
And the officials have called their own timeout. And with that timeout, Buddy had a chance to talk with Coach Tony Branca, and he asked the coach, without their standout nose guard, Aurelio Gracia, what defensive adjustments Shelton was going to make today.
Well, when someone like that goes down, all you can do is go to your next best. We tried a couple of kids in practice, and the way it looks now, we'll probably have Scott Glasscox in there, who isn't that much of a defensive player, but in generally, he's a good defensive lineman. So we're hoping that the rest of the team could pick up the slack from what Aurelio left us, and hopefully we should be okay.
Coach, it's a big football game. Offensively, do you plan any changes?
Not really. We have to, every team in a situation like this, you have to do what you do best, and that's why I think it's going to be an interesting game, because Seymour can run the ball and so could we. So it should be interesting.
Coach, happy birthday, and thanks for stopping by, and best of luck.
Thank you, buddy.
Welcome back, everyone. Officials are trying to unscramble and sort things out here as they now go over on the far side of the field to talk to first-year head football coach Tony Branca.
They broke the down markers, the first, second, and third down. They knocked the third down and fourth down off of the marker, so someone's going to have to hold it up by hand.
First down for the Cats after the Tanner interception. Tanner is the quarterback, wants to unload on first down as a receiver out there. It is caught by Casiello at the 30-yard line, 20-yard line, taken down there by Dykes.
Jamie Dykes got lost. He was turned around, never had an idea where the football was coming, and unable to make a play. Great catch down around the 21-yard line for Seymour as they're down, knocking on the door for the first time of the Shelton Gales. It's been a game of turnovers so far, fumbles, interceptions. Seymour looking to try and convert some points right now as we near the end of this first quarter.
Football at the 21 of Shelton. I formation for the Cats.
Excellent look there at Todd Elliott and that offensive line.
Tanner rolls, throws, has a receiver out there, out of bounds on the near sidelines. He went to Fritz that time.
Seymour is mixing up their plays very well. They're throwing enough to keep Shelton off balance, and they've been able to run the ball very well so far, especially inside, a place that we were concerned about their ability to really get off the ball and to make positive yardage, but they're doing very well keeping Shelton off balance.
Checking into that defensive alignment for Shelton at nose guard is tri-captain Scott Glasscox, and the play goes up the gut as Joel Mastro takes it for a few on the second down play. Glasscox on the tackle for the Gales. And we have played one here at the Barber Field. We're scoreless.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Buddy and I talking about off air the fact that a good high school football game. A lot of hard hitting out there.
A lot of hard hitting. Turnovers, obviously the key to this first quarter of football. But both teams able to move the ball offensively, and that certainly is a treat for the fans. You see the Seymour Wildcat down there. New mascot
we start
for
the second quarter of play. The Wildcats will have a third down and 6.
Seymour, bring it in! Bring it in! Seymour!
So the first play from scrimmage in the second quarter. The Cats threatening at the 17-yard line, 3rd and 6. Tanner wants to throw, sets up into the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats for Glenn Fritz.
Sipkaski was the victim on that. An excellent throw by Justin Tanner as he just took the ball and unloaded it down as driving down to the far corner for Seymour with an excellent reception right here, number 34, Glenn Fritz, a senior 5'5", 155-pounder. First points for Seymour in this football game.
And Galarraga adds the 7th point. And the Wildcats go up on top by a score of 7-0. The first play from scrimmage, a touchdown pass from quarterback Justin Tanner to his flanker, Glenn Fritz. In your picture, you see assistant Coach Alex Carey talking to the special teams unit of the Seymour Wildcats. And you get a good look at Coach Paul Sponheimer. On the near sidelines, the Seymour Wildcats have drawn first blood here at DeBarber Field. They lead at 7-0. But the Gales thus far in this football game, even though they've turned the football over, they have hurt themselves, they have moved the ball well on the ground and in the air.
They certainly have, at least initially. Seymour did a good job that last series in containing just before the interception. Justin Tanner with that interception led to the drive and the pass from Tanner to Glenn Fritz for the initial score of this first half of football. 7-0 Seymour jumps on top, and it'll be interesting to see how Shelton comes back approaching a deficit here, whether they will stay with their game plan or whether they'll go away from it. They've been throwing the football, I think, a little more than they want to. Had some early success, but the last interception put them in jeopardy and has put Seymour on the board.
Freshman Kip Anderson kicking short end over end. Neil Taylor with the football. Taylor spins away at the 35-yard line and is close to the 40-yard line before he is dragged down.
Hit first by Anderson.
They had him about the 27 or 28-yard line. He spun away from 3 Seymour players. You'll see here as he comes down. He looks like he is going to be dragged down right here and then pulls away from a tackle from number 36 for Seymour and then picks up an extra 6 or 7 yards. Mark Casiello missed him, allowing him to pick up an extra 10 yards.
Finally, it was the kicker, Kip Anderson, who dragged down Taylor. First down for the Gales, who have been able to move the ball, but have turned the football over 3 times. Inside, Kearns crosses the 40-yard line before he's stopped by the middle. Todd Elliott along with Burchell on the stop for Seymour.
Todd Elliott along with Burchell in on the stop for the Wildcats. Pickup of 6 yards, 2nd down and 4.
Kearns with an excellent first down carry. Watch him wind back right here. Finds a little seam inside. Burchell in on the tackle along with a number of Seymour players, but a big first down gain. That's a nice 1st and 6 for Shelton Gales.
Sastrom out to the top of your picture and Anderson to the bottom of your picture. 2nd down for the Gales. Kearns again. Midfield for the first down before he stopped on defense by Joel Mastro.
And we said Joel Mastro would not play on defense. The importance of the game. You see Kearns inside on the belly, just coming off tackle. Mastro dragging him down, but a first down just across the 50-yard line for the Shelton Gales.
First down for the Galloping Gales. Just into the 2nd quarter of play, Seymour leads at 7-0. Sun-baked DeBarber Field. Fine fall afternoon for high school football on Cable 10 Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Kearns again, they give it to the big fullback. Drags the Wildcats with him before he stopped by Burchell inside the 45.
They're just coming off with the belly, straight ahead, a little bit of a belly by the fullback, John Kearns, and he's close again to first down yardage, about 8 yards in that, in 3 gains, or 3 runs now by Kearns of big yardage. Seymour having trouble inside, containing him from tackle to tackle.
2nd and short for the Gales, the football at the Seymour 42. Steve Anderson goes in motion. Kearns again. Down inside the 30-yard line before he's stopped by Mastro. John Kearns, 6'1", 185-pound junior fullback.
Kearns winding back again on the belly, just coming back across the middle. Watch him step back and come to the near side of the field here as he finds a little bit of a seam again and down for excellent yardage, close to that 29-yard line. The Gales on an important drive here, trying to tie this football game up in this 2nd quarter.
First down for Shelton, Seymour 29-yard line. Give to Kalovich. Kalovich stopped by Burchell after a pickup of 2 on the play.
Kalovich lost the football, as you see Coach Sponheimer right there. Watch on the counter now, back. Kalovich loses the football here. They're going to say he was down on the ground as Maroney Burchell pulls that ball loose. You see it right between his legs there, but they ruled that the ball was down. 2nd down for Shelton. Coach Sponheimer now with that defense, talking right there to Bob McHenry, who made the call, and Coach Sponheimer saying, you're right, he was on the ground.
So the line of scrimmage is the 27. Gales have it at the Seymour 27I formation. Kearns is stopped for a loss on the play. Number 70, Sean Lepresti in at defensive tackle on the stop for the Cats.
Sean came up that time and stops this little belly that Kearns had some success with. You see right there, block of number 55, Scott Glasscock, could not keep Sean Lepresti out of the backfield, stopping John Kearns for no gain. It brings up a big 3rd and 9 for the Gales right around the 29-yard line.
So the Gales, Buddy said, 3rd and 9. Passing situation, that is Kalovich in motion. White over the middle, has his tight end, Keith Miller, for the first down. Matt Miller checked that, and the Gales have picked up the first down, stopped there by Mike Gray.
A little bit of a dump pass as they drove Kalovich outside, widened it in there. Miller was wide open as he came up the seam for Shelton, down around the 15-yard line. Excellent, excellent play call by Shelton as they found that dump pass. They hit him right in the chest. Big catch, Matt Miller, 1st and 10 on the 15.
Well, one of the things, Buddy, that Coach Branco talked about during the week was the continued improvement of his quarterback, Keith White. That is Steve Kalovich rambling inside the 10-yard line.
He's down around the 5, Eddie, with a great run inside. He's very close to first down yardage again. A little bit of a toss out of the backfield. Watch Kearns leading him down the field. Miller turns in, the defensive end for Seymour, and he is close to first down yardage.
Chris Pernetta, junior outside backer, puts him down at that point. But Shelton has a 2nd and about a foot for a first down, and they are at the 5-yard line, 6-yard line of Seymour, threatening to go in to tie this football game. Steve Kalovich picks up the first down off the right side, down to the 3, stopped by Chapman and Elliott. Scott Elliott, that is.
Shelton went into the wishbone. You see him coming out of the wishbone power with Kearns leading inside. Kalovich following. They get the first down. They're down around the 3-yard line. He's driven back, but not before he makes that first down yardage.
One thing we should mention to our viewers, Buddy, we've talked about the greatness of that Seymour offensive line, but Shelton has an excellent offensive line,
They certainly do. Novak, Vincent, DeMarco, Glasscock, and Osak are doing a great job along with Matt Miller at tight end. Back to the eye.
1st and goal. Kearns powers his way close to the goal line, does not get in, stopped at the 1-yard line. John Kearns has done most of the damage offensively for the Gales this March. The whole front 4 for Seymour on the play.
Watch the eye now, straight ahead to Kearns. He tries to find that seam. He's right close to the plane of the goal line as he's driven back by the interior. Chapman, Connick, and Elliott. Brian Grass driving him back, but he is right on that goal line.
Shelton in no rush, just to methodically move the football down the field at the 1-yard line. Kearns again off the left side, does not get in. Hit by Connick and Chapman.
He was stopped solid at the goal line that time. Connick, Jason Chapman met him and did not let him in as they're a big 3rd down, and the fans are starting to sense now the possibility of a goal line stand here with 5:54. You see him off tackle on the belly, could not get his nose in there. Matt Miller signaling touchdown, but he was not in.
Eric Sastro has brought in the play from the sidelines. 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. I formation. Straight ahead, that's the quarterback, Keith White. Touchdown, Shelton.
Keith White just nosing into the end zone, following his guard, Scott Glasgow, and centered Scott DeMarco, putting his nose into the end zone. 5:22 here of this second period. We have a 7-6 football game. Shelton now attempting a conversion. There he is. Across the goal line, he was in the end zone by a good 1.5 to 2 yards. Excellent, excellent line surge by that front of Shelton.
It's the sophomore R.J. Rondini looking to knot this football game. We've got flags dropped on the play. So wait for the officials to unravel the situation. Encroachment is a called dead ball foul against the Wildcats.
Half the distance to the goal line.
Holder for Shelton on extra points is Jay Fitzpatrick. And again, flags are dropped, and that may go again against the Cats for encroachment again.
Well, they're going to be on the 3/4 yard line here. I tell you, they may go for 2. Here comes the offense in now for Shelton. It is going to be now down inside.
Procedure penalty against the Gales will cost them 5.
Okay, now they're going to bring them back. Shelton thought it was their people, and now Shelton's going to bring their kicking team back, as everyone thought initially it was against Seymour. Shelton brought their running attack in. As you see the large crowd here on the Seymour side of the field. They're going to kick it rather than, obviously, try and go for a 2-point conversion.
Rondini certainly has the distance.
And they're going to get it right back.
And again, encroachment against the Wildcats.
Talk about mistakes. This is the third one now. Initially Seymour, and then Seymour got it back, and now Shelton will go back to the yard and a half yard line, and rather than risk any run, they're going to stay with the kicking game.
Are we going to have a kick or not? Stay tuned.
This developed into the longest play of the game.
Rondini takes care of matters, and he drills it through the uprights. And we're tied here. Shelton 7, Seymour 7, back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to sunny DeBarber Field. We're tied here at 7-all late in the, actually midway through the second quarter of play. Shelton answering back with a sustained drive after Seymour had scored the first points of the game. That's R.J. Rondini's kick to Glenn Fritz on the other end. Fritz near sideline. Has a wall, has a seam. Glenn Fritz, and Kearns drags him down at the 40-yard line.
Excellent job. Special teams for Seymour as they got a crease for Glenn Fritz, got him up beyond the 40-yard line. As you see right here, he has a hole right here, and then John Kearns will come across, make the tackle, and ride him out of bounds just across the 40. But an excellent special teams job by Seymour as they have great field position, tied in this football game 7-7, and been able to move the football, both teams, really at will. Neither defense has stood out so far in this football game.
Two wide receivers either side of the field, and Tanner wants to put it up on first down. It's, I believe, deflected at the line of scrimmage. It was intended for Gray over the middle. Matt Miller might have gotten his hands up there and deflected the pass.
See if we can see number 87 right here, Matt Miller, if he is the one who gets his hands, and he certainly does right there. Excellent job, volleyball type play. He just knocks the ball back. Senior, 6 foot, 190-pound Matt Miller. Excellent job.
So second down and 10 for the Cats, just outside their 40-yard line. Second quarter action. Tanner again wants to throw over the middle. Deep. That is Glenn Fritz over his outstretched fingertips. Coverage by Chuck Sipkaski at the Shelton 30.
Fritz just going down the sideline. It's a type of fade route. He's just stretching the inside coverage. Sipkaski trying to get back to him. That time was a little bit late, but the ball was overthrown. Fritz unable to get to it. But Seymour has been doing that successfully all day. Last night, Derby was able to do that at Lyman Hall for 3 big plays in that football game.
3rd and 10 for the Cats.
Shotgun.
Shotgun formation. Tanner on a quarterback draw. 45, and he falls at that point. A loose football.
Going to rule the ball dead that time. They went to the shotgun. We saw last week the ability of Justin Tanner to run the draw play. Steps back and then comes up the middle, tries to find a seam. He picked up about 4 yards, but not enough for the first down. As you see Tanner here coming forward. And watch now right here. He's going to get drilled as he goes to the ground. Ball is loose right there. Ruled that he was down, and Seymour is forced to punt the football a second time in this game.
And it was Todd Gossard cleaning up for Shelton, making sure that Tanner stayed there. The Cats shift into punt formation.
Tanner in punt formation for the Wildcats. Dykeson's up next, deep back deep.
Almost blocked by Coffin. Welcome back, everyone. We apologize for the technical difficulties we've been having while we've been away. Keith White has completed a pass deep into Seymour territory, down at the 45-yard line to flanker Steve Anderson. And that is Steve Kalovich being tied up on a second down, second and short play at the 43-yard line of Seymour. Scott Elliott, along with Paul Connick, on the stop for the Cats.
Again, Eddie White hit Anderson over the middle. Anderson crossed the 45. You'll see it here now as we come back on replay. White will set into the pocket and hits Anderson right here across the middle. And Anderson almost breaks it. A great job right there by number 87 for Seymour, Mike Gray. Big first down, and Seymour now backed up at their own 43, 44-yard line. Shelton with a timeout, 2 minutes left to go in this second quarter. The game tied at 7-7. Shelton able to throw the football very well here. One interception by White, but other than that, Keith White has done a good job throwing the football, hitting Kearns, and that last throw to Steve Anderson, a big 32-yard gain.
Both teams, Buddy, coming into this football game really known for their running games, and yet today we have seen the improvement in quarterback Keith White.
Certainly getting the ball higher, it seems, on his throw and getting the ball down the field very well. Distance in his throws, and the receivers have certainly done an excellent job in holding on to it.
Shelton coaches have said it was a matter of the drop that White was taking. He's taking a deeper drop. Getting
more time and able maybe to see the receivers a little bit more. Keith at 5'10" may have problems seeing over that line. As you see on the sidelines, some of those Wildcat paws as Seymour and Shelton in this traditional Valley inter-rival game.
White fakes inside to Kalovich, rolling to the near side, looking for his receivers to come up. Finally has to unload it. Incompleted pass. He was taken down there by Chris Pernetta.
Great job by Chris Pernetta, a junior 5'9", 165-pounder. As he comes now with White rolling to this near side. Watch Pernetta with the speed. And as White tries to get rid of the football, Chris Pernetta is going to put him to the ground. Excellent job. Brings a 4th and about 4 yards as the happy birthday sign, and
number
that is for
33. That is Dave Casiello.
Dave Casiello. There's a number of birthday people here today, including Coach Branca from Shelton.
Steve Anderson is throwing out a punt formation. It's caught by John Kearns, and it looks to be a Shelton first down. Or is that the check that
Matt Miller was the receiver of that pass as they went to punt formation? I think the fact they went to punt fooled Seymour because they were expecting him to go, and then when he finally does go back, Matt Miller just comes out of the back or out of the end set position, circles to the sideline, and picks up a first down around the 35. 1 minute and 32 left to go here. Shelton with the football trying to get ahead, get a lead into the locker room.
Maroni Burchell on to stop at that point, but not before the Gales have picked up that first down. Kalovich rumbles off the left side in the vicinity of the 30-yard line. Just a minute and change left in this first half. Todd Elliott along with Gross on to stop. And the Gales are going to call a timeout. Buddy, as we get a look on replay.
See Kalovich inside busting head for about 5. They're not going to score running the football. They're down to 1 minute and 13 with only 1 timeout left to go, and they're going to have to put the ball up in the air. They're on the 30-yard line. But a great drive by Shelton. As you see there, a huddle right at the center, about the 40-yard line here, and some of the young people again on that hill. Great babysitter, that hill here in Seymour, as it offers great entertainment for the youngsters.
That's left over from last week.
During this game, especially the weather today, as you see the large group of fans, not only in the stands but on the hill and surrounding this field. An excellent crowd here for this football game here. It has certainly lived up to advanced expectations. Both teams coming in here, highly touted offensive teams, and they've both been able to move the football.
Buddy, let's keep in mind one thing, that the Gales have the football now. Second down coming up at the Seymour 30, 1:13 showing on the scoreboard clock. That is official here in Housatonic League games.
How close do they have to get for the field goal? I know that's what you're going to say, right? They've got an excellent kicker.
They have R.J. Rondini. He has good distance.
If he can get down around the 15, 20-yard line, they may be able to go for a field goal here, which would be 10 to 15 more yards in this drive.
Sastrom out to the left side. Gossard is in the football game. And that is Kearns running the football. John Kearns dragging the Wildcats with him as he goes out of bounds inside the 20. Stopped there by Burchell.
Kearns did a great job not only in getting the yardage, but getting out of bounds and stopping the clock. He conserves that last timeout. He breaks outside, is dragged down as he gets near the 20-yard line right here. Pulled down by number 46, Maroni Burchell, but the first down carry and also getting him out of bounds around the 16-yard line.
And
that should be close enough right there for RJ if they decide to kick the field goal.
I'm sure that Coach Branca would like to come up with 7 right here.
They certainly could run the football from here. They don't have to be that concerned about getting it up.
Gossett lined up as a tight end to the right side. White swings it out. Incompleted pass to number 81, Paul Griffin. Checked in at wide receiver Burchell on the coverage.
Pass was directed at number 87. You see Matt Miller as he came back. That was close. Maroney Burchell went down on him as he dove close to a call for interference. Referee did not choose to call it that and bring up a second down. Again, it stops the clock, the incompletion. We've got a minute left here. Excellent field position, and Seymour's defense is going to be tested right here in this last minute and 2 seconds of this second quarter.
Line of scrimmage is the Seymour 16-yard line. We're tied here, 7-all. Keith White on a 2nd and 10 from the Seymour 16. Kearns goes in motion. White, pitch out. Kalovich is finally taken down. It took a few of the Cats to do it. Leading the play was Brian Gross along with Paul Connick for the Cats.
Brian Gross has seen this play. They send a little motion to Kearns trying to flip the ball outside. Watch Brian right here get a piece of Kalovich. Kalovich will break the tackle. Watch though Brian get back up as he is hit right here, and then Brian Gross gets back into a great defensive scheme for Seymour. Excellent contain, excellent gang tackling by that blue group.
White back to throw on 3rd down. Has the time, looks into the end zone, overthrows his intended receiver. That's Miller at the 5-yard line.
Miller, the intended receiver.
We'll see right here as Rondini's coming on the field. A lot of time right here for Keith White as he sits back in the pocket and then throws a little bit over the head of Matt Miller, bringing up a 4th down, and Seymour has brought on RJ Rondini. They are going to attempt a field goal. The ball will be spotted from the 26. He will kick it from the 24. It will be a 34-yard attempt right in the center of the field.
And he has the range.
It's up.
It is up. Might have been wide.
Missed it to the right.
And it
missed
is
it to the near side. As you see, Bob McHenry there saw it all the way. Rondini had the distance. It was wide right. 19 seconds left. I think Seymour will be very happy to put the ball away here and to go in at halftime with a 7-7 deadlock. An excellent, excellent first half of high school football here at DeBarber Field.
And let's remind everyone that at the conclusion of the game, we'll be presenting our most valuable player award, our Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game award, at the conclusion of this game. 19 seconds, Wildcats in a line tightly bunched as Tanner just touches down. And the clock is running down here. We're going to go into the halftime at tied, knotted up here at 7-all.
Who's that good-looking guy, Edward? Get that good-looking guy right there. Who's that? That looks like Ed Clemens and the mystery man,
Buddy Chernovitz. And we have played one half of football here at Seymour's DeBarber Field. Our score, Shelton 7, Seymour 7. Back with the halftime activities right after these messages. Welcome back, everyone. In the center of the field, the Seymour Pom-Pom girls and the color guard entertaining the thousands of people here at the Barber Field in Seymour. We're tied up at halftime, Shelton 7, Seymour 7. And the thousands of people here at DeBarber Field have been entertained by the pom-pom girls and the color guard from Seymour High School. Our halftime score, Shelton 7, Seymour 7, back with the second half kickoff right after these messages.
Got him first at the 30-yard line, and then a lot of his friends joined the party as Jamie Dykes got the ball back to about the 29-yard line. They begin this second half of football, tied here with Seymour 7-7, their first possession of the second half.
It's been a great afternoon for football, weather-wise, and we had a great first half. Looking forward to an equally great second half. 7-7, first play from scrimmage. Inside, it's John Kearns crossing the 30-yard line before he's wrapped up by tri-captain Scott Elliott.
They had very good success in the first half, going to Kearns on that belly. Seymour took it away in the initial possession here, initial run of this second half. Kearns and Kalovich have been the two backs in the backfield. One time they went with Subkaski to the wishbone, but the base of the running attack has been Kearns and Kalovich with Keith White throwing the football.
Second down, second and a long 8. White on a rollout, pitches to Kalovich. Kalovich, 40-yard line, breaks it to the outside before he is stopped by Mike Gray in the secondary.
They came with the option that time, counter option. White stepping to the near side, then reversing and coming back. You see him fake the Kearns to hold the linebackers. Right here, he makes an excellent pitch, and Kalovich with a great cut right here breaks the outside tackle and pulled down an excellent tackle by Mike Gray as he is down across the 50 into Seymour territory. Great call, great option play by Keith White.
First down, the pitch again, Kalovich to the short side of the field. Stopped by Fritz and Tanner in the secondary. Steve Kalovich ran for over 100 yards last week in the game against Brantford.
Kearns with the lead block right there. He pops Burchell, and then Kearns or Kalovich driven out of bounds by the corner for Seymour as they are second and about 7 here at the 47-yard line.
The line of scrimmage is the 44 of Seymour. Split backs for the Gales. White with the football, running it. And a flag is dropped on the play as White crosses the 40 to the 39. Stopped by Gray there. Let's wait for the call.
It's got to be a holding from where it came inside that pack right on the line of scrimmage. You see Mark Barbero there, and it's going to be a trip, not a hold, but a trip, but it's going to go against Shelton. You'll see here the option, and right here, excellent block by Kearns. Look at him drive Elliott back, and then steps up inside for a big gain, but the trip will come behind him as Mike Gray again with a big tackle. Bring up a second and very long for Shelton. Again, hurting themselves with a penalty as they were down inside the 40. They're now backed up inside their own 40-yard line.
Steve Anderson checks into the lineup, and going out is Sastrom. Second and a whole bunch of yards as we're in the third quarter at DeBarber Field. Knotted at 7. Tight end is Miller to the right side. In motion, that is Kalovich, single setback. White looking to throw. Miller, it's tipped and it's caught. Deflected into the hands of Steve Anderson. It's a completion before Gray makes the defensive play.
Shelton ran 3 guys together down the field, and they were open. The ball is going to hit off Kalovich, and then Anderson is going to come up with it. Kalovich swings out. Look at 3 guys here together. Miller bangs it, and then Anderson gets it for a big, big play. Still short of the first down, brings up a 3rd and about 9, but Seymour was nowhere to be found with 3 receivers running almost shoulder to shoulder.
Two wide receivers to the bottom of your screen as White sets up over the middle. It is tipped and broken up by Mastro from his linebacker spot. So the third down pass play falls incomplete, and a kicking situation for the Gales.
Tried to go across the middle on a post pattern that time, the number 82 for Shelton, who came across Eric Sandstrom, and the ball was tipped by Elliott at the line of scrimmage, or Mastro by out of the linebacker position, preventing that first down or third down completion.
Fritz along with Tanner back deep, and that is Anderson's left-footed punt near side, and Justin Tanner wisely steps out of bounds as he was hemmed in by a lot of the Gales, and the Wildcats will go on offense for their initial possession of the second half. Tied here at sunny DeBarber Field. It's turned out to be a great day weather-wise, and a great day for the thousands of people that have visited DeBarber Field. There you see the line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line where the Wildcats set up shop. Wide formation. Mastro goes to the slot to the right side. Casiello the single setback. The pitch out to Casiello. Casiello cuts it back in, picks up maybe one on the play. Scott DeMarco on the stop for the Gales as the Gales defense that play rather well.
Casiello did a great job just getting back near the line of scrimmage. You see now when he gets the ball, he's about 7.5 to 8 yards from the line of scrimmage, and he has to run like heck just to get to the line of scrimmage, and Shelton contained that very well. DeMarco in on the initial tackle, but he had a lot of help from his friends. Brings up a second and about 9 yards, down around the 26, 27-yard line.
Second down play for the Cats. Tanner looking to throw. Incomplete behind Gray, and the coverage by Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick was right there, but the ball was thrown way behind, as Eddie said, of the receiver, Mike Gray. He never had an opportunity to get it. Justin Tanner, not a good throw that time as the bootleg trying to hold. See Elliott out in front with the block, and right there, Gray never had a chance to get back to it. Not a very well thrown football. Brings up a third and again long for Seymour. Their first possession here of this second half of football.
3rd and 9, the line of scrimmage at 27 of Seymour. 7-7. Again, Tanner looking to throw. Downfield on the pitch, has a receiver out there. It is caught. Mike Gray at the 40-yard line, out of bounds inside the 40. Fitzpatrick rode him out at that point.
Mike Gray was wide open as he turned up the sideline. There was no one there. The safety had to come over and make the play, force Shelton, preventing the touchdown. Tanner stepped back, sat in the pocket. You'll see here he just sets up and unloads, and there's nobody around Gray. 31 for Shelton. Jay Fitzpatrick came over and made a big, big play, preventing a touchdown, putting the ball down around the 37.5-yard line for Seymour. Big third down conversion for the Wildcats.
So the Wildcats doing it in the air. First down at the 38.
Reverse.
Tanner, that scissors play to Gray, but Gossard on the stop for the Gales. The Gales have scouted that play rather well.
Assisted by
No place to go on that. As you see now, 87 come back here on the little bit of scissors. He goes inside. As you see, he could never get outside of Miller, and Miller is right there to contain him from his defensive end position, along with Gossard and a number of others. 2nd and 10. The play went nowhere, but it's something that will give Shelton something to think about later on.
Mark Casiello to the bottom of your screen, and in motion, that is Glenn Fritz on the 2nd and 10. Tanner on the option. Casiello, 35, 30-yard line before he's dragged down from behind by Dykes.
Great block that time by Chapman, Jason Chapman, number 67, out in front of that. Play by Casiello. You'll see here the pitch. Look at Chapman coming around the corner. That's an excellent guy to have in front of you if you're a halfback, as Casiello cuts right behind the block and brings it down close to that first down territory as they're going to have to measure it. Casiello getting everything that he could out of that. David is a senior, 5'6", 173.
And you get a look at the Wildcat on the near sidelines as we measure things here in the third quarter. Score 7-7. Let's take this timeout. Welcome back, everyone. The measurement's been taken, and the Cats are a yard shy of that first down. Line of scrimmage, the 28. You have to get just to about the 27.5 for the first down. 3rd and a foot. I formation. Tanner is the quarterback. Calls his own number straight ahead for the first down to the 25 behind Todd and Scott Elliott and Jason Chapman.
Tanner will just push his nose forward here. He follows the guard and center. The Elliots gets about 3 yards down to the 25. A first down for Seymour. This first possession of the second half. Score tied 7-7, and Seymour has been able to move the football. Pass has been a big play of this drive.
And the Gales go into that 4-man front. Novak comes in at one of the inside backer spots. First down at the 25. Tanner looking to throw, near side, that is Gray, and Gray gets down to the 16 before he's bumped down by Kalovich.
Mike Gray does an awful lot on this football team. He plays that safety, does an excellent job on defense, and on offense, he carries the football and catches the football for them. This is an excellent throw catch right here as Gray just turning to the outside, open, brings the ball down for another first down at the 15-yard line. Mike Gray, a senior, a solid football player for this Wildcat team.
So it's another Wildcat first down at the 15-yard line. Glenn Fritz in motion. Casiello, single setback. Tanner through the center. 10, spins his way to the 8-yard line before he's bumped down by Chuck Sapkaski. Justin Tanner.
I know Shelton is not going to be happy with this. Justin Tanner on the quarterback sneak with about 7 to 8 yards. He just follows. Look at that line now. 70, Lopresti and Elliott, Todd and Scott just blowing people back off the football, allowing that quarterback down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line.
And we got
and there you see that offensive line of Seymour.
That touted offensive line, and they deserve all the credit they've been getting. Joel Mastro spins outside and gets to the 4-yard line, and he should have the first down at that point.
Off tackle with the belly, you saw from behind as trying to cut into the end zone. Joel Mastro lost his feet right here. As he comes outside, turns in here, loses his feet, but he'll go down around the 3-yard line with a first down for Seymour, right around the 3. First and goal, as you see from behind now, that Shelton defense, they've got to dig in right here. They need a big goal line stand.
First and goal for the Cats. Tanner takes it himself to the 2-yard line. That middle of that Shelton defense stiffens up. That middle of that Shelton defense.
Up by the center of the Shelton line, led by Novak.
Great job inside. Picked up about a yard, but that has been a play that Seymour has used, that quarterback sneak. They took that away on that first down.
Split backs for the Cats. Second and goal. Tanner hands to Mastro, spins into the end zone for the score. Joel Mastro.
Joel Mastro, a 2-yard run inside, off the blocks of Todd and Scott Elliott, nosing into the end zone at 4:41 of this third quarter. And there you see Mastro with the touchdown, putting Seymour ahead here, obviously across into the end zone.
Extra point attempt by Galarraga, wide to the left side. There was a problem with the snap, and the holder for the Wildcats, Justin Tanner, had a little problem getting the football down for Galarraga. So the Wildcats have taken a lead, but they lead by 6. And
we'll see if that mistake comes back to haunt Seymour later on in this football game.
Wallingford against Sheehan in 1:30 game. Returning home on Saturday, October 29th. When they face the Brantford Hornets.
In the background, you hear the public address announcer here at the Barber Field, longtime public address announcer, Arnie Rehnquist, telling the Seymour fans what they can expect the next couple of weeks. He's mentioning that the Wildcats will be on the road next weekend. They travel to Wallingford to face the Titans of Sheehan, and the following week, the Wildcats are back here at the Barber against the Brantford Hornets. But no thoughts are directed in that direction right now. All the thoughts are directed to this football game. As you saw before, Kip Anderson tee up the football. Seymour is going on top here in what we knew was going to be a tight football game. They lead at 13-7. End over end. That is Chuck Sapkowski at the 10. Bumped out of bounds as he crosses the 25-yard line by Gross.
Good job by the special teams of Shelton that time, getting the ball across the 30, near the 33-yard line. Sapkowski catching the football here, will come down the near sideline. Gets an excellent block right there by number 89 for Shelton, who did a great job on special teams for them. And that is Brian McGovern getting him up across the 32 near the 33-yard line.
First down for the Gales at their 33-yard line. I formation. Kearns is the up back, the fullback, and Kalovich behind him. Whitey wants to run on first down. He's hammered at the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get outside and then come back. Seymour, Brian Grass, and Todd Elliott did a great job here containing. He goes to the outside and then will step back. Grass plays off the block. Number 69 also in there for Seymour, Paul Connick. Good job by the Wildcat defense on that first down.
Ross, Connick, and Todd Elliott all in on that play. 2nd and 10. White, pitch out. Kalovich running, churning those legs as he is driven out of bounds on the near sidelines by Gray.
Mike Gray, again, we just mentioned the number of things that he does for Seymour. Pitch outside, Kearns with the lead, and then Kalovich will break a tackle right here through Maroney. Michelle, and then right there, number 87, Mike Gray coming up from his safety position to make the tackle. 3rd and about 4. Big down here for Shelton, as they would like to get some type of a drive going and at least come out with field position, if nothing else, on this possession.
So the ball is at the Shelton 39-yard line. Have to get it to about the 44-yard line for the first down. That is Kearns in motion on 3rd down. Give this to Kalovich, and Kalovich has the first down as he crosses the 45-yard line. Joel Mastro along with Todd Elliott on the stop for the Wildcats.
They sent the motion of John Kearns away, and then Kalovich just comes back inside on a trap play for a big first down, as he does an excellent job pulling himself forward across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. And that's a big play for Shelton. They need to give their defense a little bit of a rest, and they need to establish an offensive drive here to get their momentum back.
Matt Coffin is now in at tight end for Shelton as Kearns, the fullback, takes it for a pair. Stopped by Scott Elliott and Jason Chapman.
Connick and Chapman on the tackle for the Cats. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Time winding down here in the 3rd quarter of play. Seymour leads at 13-7. Gales have it and looking to do something with the football. Top of your screen, that is Jay Fitzpatrick. To the bottom, the flanker, that is Steve Anderson. I formation. Whitey, pitch out. Kalovich dumped in the backfield. Upended.
Great job here by Seymour as Brian Grass plays off and then coming up to make the tackle right here. It looks like outside Chris Panetta with a great job containing. Only a junior, 5'9", 165, not a big guy, but he hits you big. Brings down Kalovich, bringing up a 2nd and long.
Whitey back to throw on 3rd down. Looks downfield, that's a receiver out there. It is caught. Caught for the long pass play. That's Eric Sastrom, finally dragged down by Justin Tanner. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
Tanner did a great job on coverage. He just could not get the last extension to knock the ball down. Sastrom got behind him. Excellent bootleg as Keith White gets the ball downfield. Excellent catch. Tanner holds on to him, preventing the touchdown, but a big play by Shelton. They're inside the 10, 1st and goal at about the 9-yard line.
It's a 1st and goal situation, so the Gales are answering back late stages of the 3rd quarter. White on a play fake into the line, throws as a receiver out there. It is a Shelton touchdown.
Looks like Matt Miller with a great catch in the end zone after Keith White avoided Maroney Burchell in the backfield, unloading the football on a turn-in pass. Burchell does not get him right there. White does a great job stepping around it and then hits the little post pattern. Matt Miller, touchdown catch, tying this football game up here with 1:11 left to go in this third quarter.
8-yard scoring strike from quarterback Keith White to tight end Matt Miller. And R.J. Rondini has put Shelton out in front for the first time in this football game. Shelton 14, Seymour 13. While we have this break, let's take a look back now at a Cable 10 Sports flashback. Shelton running back Tom Oko was the story of this Valley matchup. First, Oko scored on a swing pass from quarterback Nick Verdicchio in the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, Oko ran from punt formation to keep a Shelton drive going and later capped the series with this 24-yard touchdown reception from Verdicchio. With the Gales clinging to a 20-18 lead in the fourth quarter, the Southmore sensation put the game out of reach with a 68-yard punt return for his third touchdown. The final score, Shelton 27, Seymour 18. Welcome back, everyone. Well, buddy, 2 times in this football game, Seymour has scored. 2 times, Shelton has answered back.
They certainly have answered back. Keith White led an excellent drive, throwing and passing the football. As you look at the Shelton side of the field, they have taken the lead. That extra point that we just talked about, missed by Seymour on the bad snap, has come back to haunt them. It is now 14-13, 1:11 left to go here in this third quarter of football in a very, very well-played high school football game. It's not over yet, though, Edward, and I have a feeling that the team that has the ball last in this football game may end up the winner.
R.J. Rondini getting set to kick off. 1:11 remaining here in the third quarter of play. End over end. That is Glenn Fritz onto the football. Takes it. 20. Trying to find a seam in the near sideline. Steps out of bounds. He wanted to run some more, but he stepped out of bounds. And nearest defender, Todd Gossard for Shelton. And Fritz stepped out at the 27-yard line.
Wildcats started their own 26, 1st and 10.
The Seymour huddle. Wildcats have to suck it up and come back in this football game. First down, 1st and 10, I formation for the Cats. Tanner wants to throw on first down, unloads downfield. There's a scramble between Glenn Fritz and Subkaski. The pass play incomplete at midfield.
Chuck Subkaski has been a victim here a couple of times, but that time he was right there. Excellent coverage. You see the inside fake trying to hold, and then Tanner does not get the ball deep enough, but Subkaski is right there. He bats the ball away. Coming over to help also Jay Fitzpatrick, and Seymour looking to get it all back with one play here. Setting up now 2nd and long inside their own 25.
Second down play, that is Joel
26.
Mastro. Joel Mastro in the slot. Glenn Fritz will now go in motion. Casiello the lone setback. A rush by the Gales. That's Scott DeMarco rushing on the play, and let's see if that's a completed pass. Looks to be Mike Gray on the other end of that pass. We were blocked out, and it is a Wildcat first down.
This is going to be interesting because Coach Branca had a better angle on the other side of the field, and he felt that it was not a completion. He felt so much so that he's out in midfield. Tanner gets outside here. He puts the ball up, and the throw is down, and we're not going to be able to tell whether he caught it or not. Bob McHenry right there gave him the reception for a first down. Big play for Seymour.
So the ball is at the Seymour 37. First down for the Cats. Shelton leads at 14-13. Time running down here in the third quarter of play. Tanner with the ball, pitching out. Casiello near sidelines, 40, 45, midfield. Flags are dropped on the play as Casiello is taken down by 3 of the Gales.
That one's going to come back. Throw of the penalty flag was in that holding area. Again, the guard out in front, Jason Chapman. You see him coming around the corner. Now there's Chapman, 67, and Casiello just loves to see that as he runs right up his keister all the way down the field, across the 50-yard line, but it's going to be brought back on a penalty. Ball will be brought and spotted from the 35, so bring it back close to the 25-yard line for Seymour, and that's a big play for the Shelton Gales. Seymour making a crucial mistake, and they will start at their 25, and it will be a long way to first down territory.
Well, they're marking it at the 20-yard line.
Wow, it's even further than it's a 15-yarder, and that is going to make it a first and almost 30, about 26 yards to the first down marker. Not many first and 26 plays in that playbook. Got to get it back a little at a time.
First and a whole bunch, and we're not going to find out anything right here before another break, because we have come to the end of the third quarter at the Barber Field, and Seymour scores. Shelton 14, Seymour 13. Welcome back, everyone. We'll start things off here in the fourth quarter of play. Wildcats have a first and an astronomical distance for the first down. The ball is at their 20, and they have to get to their 47-yard line for the first down. A key penalty against the Cats, but the Cats had the offense to pick up some huge chunks of yardage quickly. Justin Tanner throws downfield as a receiver out there. It is almost intercepted at the 45. It was intended for Gray, and let's see if we can catch who was almost intercepted.
Subkaski was there. He had a better shot at receiving the ball. For Seymour, number 87, Mike Gray becomes the defender on this. And Subkaski had the best shot at it. Seymour going for all of it all at once. Last week, Hamden Hall had a 1st and 75 in their game.
First and
75. This is only 1st and 26, but as a coach, it's tough really to plan for a first and that long.
Joel Mastro with the delayed handoff, and Mastro gets to the 28-yard line. That's going to pick up some pretty good yardage.
Got back a good chunk of it, but still it's going to be 3rd and about 17 for Seymour. You'll see him come inside on the belly, straight ahead, good blocking at the point of attack, and he'll drag himself down across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. As for Shelton, one of their football players is down on the ground. Looks like number 74 for Shelton, and it looks like some type of an upper body injury around the arm area.
Well, let's see if we can identify some of the coaches. Ken Roberts, one of the assistant coaches. You see Howie Gura, and facing the camera is head football coach Tony Branca, celebrating his 34th birthday today. Happy birthday to
Coach. Didn't want that.
Coach Tony Branca.
Didn't want that mentioned.
Well, I'm
glad it's you, Edward. We certainly wish him a happy birthday.
That he was having a birthday, or that he's 34 years old?
I think the second part of that, yeah. And they're decked out in his sweatsuit is another one of those Seymour players of the future.
That was Paul Osak, who comes off the field.
I don't know whether that was a player or cheerleader of the future. I may be wrong there.
3rd and still long for the Cats. They have it at the 28, and they're down by a point. Split backs. Tanner is the quarterback. Back to throw. McGovern with pressure. Tanner steps up in the pocket, but he's taken down by a couple of the Gales, led by Matt Miller and Scott Glasscox.
When Coach Sponheimer looks at this, he's going to say one thing to Justin. Justin, you sat back there 3-4 seconds. Right here, you got to put the ball down and run. He might have had a shot to pick something up. Can't block people out for that long a time, especially a quality defense, as Justin Tanner unable to get the ball off. Brings up a 4th down and obvious punt situation. Seymour having to give the ball back to Shelton here with 10:47 left to go in this 4th quarter.
Tanner inside his 20-yard line, steps up, and Kaufman almost had a clear shot to that football. Dykes on the other end, 38-yard line, trying to get outside. Dykes, 45, and finally taken down at about the 48-yard line by Glenn Fritz.
Seymour again does not get down with that second wave as fast as I think they would like to. Sapkowski made the block, gave Jamie Dykes a chance to get outside and get back near midfield on an excellent special return or special teams return for that punt team as they have good field position here. Up 14-13. Need a good drive here, a couple first downs, even if they have to punt the football, forcing Seymour to go 80 or 90 yards if they'd like to win the game.
That is John Kearns going in motion on the first down play. Steve Kalovich is taken down at the line of scrimmage. Paul Connick, one of the Seymour young men to meet Kalovich at that point.
Had help from Maroney Bichelle also outside as you see him getting hog-tied right here and dragged to the ground. Connick, number 69, also Jason Chapman over there, and a good job on that first down, setting up a 2nd and long.
2nd and 10 for the Gales at their 48. Whitey taking the football and dragged down at the line of scrimmage. Todd Elliott from his linebacker spot. Todd Elliott, the All-Housatonic League linebacker.
Brian Grass stood right there as White cut up inside, and then Elliott came to make the tackle. Right here, Brian Grass, playing pitch man, does his job, and inside comes Elliott with Todd Elliott with the tackle. Again, a 3rd and long right here. Good 2-down surge by that Seymour defense. Bringing up 3rd and 10. It's a definite pass type situation. We'll see here if Shelton chooses to put the ball up with 8:57 left to go and enjoying that 1-point lead here in this football game.
Bottom of your screen, that is Jay Fitzpatrick. And a flag is dropped
Took
against
too
the
long
Gales.
getting that play in, and they're going to be now 3rd and about 14 as you see Mike Barbero there signaling the delay of game penalty. We're getting to a crucial point in this game with 8:50 left to go here. Seymour needs to get the ball back. Shelton would love to pick up a first down, but they certainly don't want to turn it over. They'll be very willing to punt the ball to Seymour and to try and keep field position here.
So this time Fitzpatrick sets up to the upper part of your screen, out to the right side. 3rd and 15 for Shelton. I formation. Back to throw, White underthrows his intended receiver. Fitzpatrick, the intended receiver. Glenn Fritz on the coverage for Seymour.
4th down and 14.
Ball was short here as Keith White has excellent time and then just doesn't get the ball down the field far enough to Fitzpatrick as it bounces in front of him, bringing up a 4th down for the Shelton Gales.
Now special teams always play a big part in any football game. Steve Anderson standing inside his 35-yard line. Long snapper is Jim Wrigley for the Gales, and he gets a good long snap and a fine punt. And Fritz fields the football and falls down at his 19-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will put the ball in play. Our score is Shelton 14, Seymour 13. Back after this. Welcome back, everyone. The Wildcats break the huddle. They're down 14-13. We're in the last quarter of play. Give inside. That's the fullback for the Cats. Maroney Bichelle
has come in for Joel Mastro.
Jamie Dykes from the secondary on the stop.
We saw this last week with Bichelle just up inside following his blockers, and he's close to a first down. Excellent carry. You see right there Anderson trying to rip the ball out of the hands of Maroney Bichelle, but he holds on to it and close to first down yardage.
2nd and a foot for the Wildcats at their 29-yard line. Bichelle in at fullback. Bichelle upended, but he might have fallen forward for the first down. Todd Gossert tripped him up.
He's going to get the mark, and he's going to get the first down. They're 70 yards away from winning the football game by a touchdown. They're going to have to get almost that close for a field goal. This is an important drive for Seymour. 7:49 left to go in this 4th quarter.
First down, a line of scrimmage just outside the 30-yard line of Seymour. Shelton leads it 14-13. A pitch. Dave Casiello, near sides. Kalovich takes a shot of him, can't get him, and Casiello gets about a 3 on the play before he's taken down by Steve Anderson.
Scott Elliott out in front on this side on the option. We've seen Chapman. This time it's the right guard, Scott Elliott, 55. And watch the way Casiello sidesteps the tackle right here and gets a little extra. Avoids Kalovich and gets himself 4 or 5 more yards. 2nd and short for Seymour. Solid football game here at the Barber this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage to 37. The give is to Burchell, but that Shelton defense ties them up. Novak along with McGovern on the play for the Gales.
Brian McGovern was right there along with number 55, Scott Glasscock. As you see, head coach Tony Branca right there signaling in the defense. It's 3rd and short for Seymour. It may be a 4th down territory for Seymour, although there are 7 minutes left. They may not have to make that decision, but they're about 2 yards short of that 1st down right now.
39-yard line. 3rd and 2 yards to go for the Cats. Tanner rolling, being pressured. That is Matt Miller chasing Tanner, but Tanner has the 1st down on the far side of the field, and he was whacked down by Steve Kalovich.
Steve Kalovich greeted him right at the 1st down marker. You'll see an attempt to bootleg outside Elliott in front of the guard. Miller gets him, but he breaks contain. The quarterback Tanner right here. Boom, boom! Number 20, Steve Kalovich, lays the wood to the quarterback Justin Tanner. 1st down though by Justin Tanner before he was whacked.
Kalovich is an all Housatonic League
Kalovich
linebacker.
is an all everything. He plays tough offensively, and he just goes back and plays tough on defense.
5'9", 180-pound senior tri-captain. And remember, the Shelton Gales are without their superb nose guard, Aurelio Gracia, who really anchors the middle of that defense.
We said earlier that it would be interesting to see how Shelton did without Gracia in there. Sometimes one player can be a key to that defensive group or offensive group. Shelton certainly has played outstanding on defense. They obviously miss Aurelio Gracia, but they have filled in very well. They've gone to the 40 to get another linebacker in there rather than play that base 50, and that has helped them in this football game. They have done a great job containing that Seymour offensive line that last week just ran away with it.
And
as intensity levels are increasing here at Seymour.
That Shelton defense, they wave for their fans. Hey, let's get up in this football game. 1st down for the Cats. The line of scrimmage to 42. Fake inside. Big Casiello, room ahead of him. Midfield, down to the 44-yard line before he's taken down by Fitzpatrick.
Intensity level on the blue side has come up now, as that's a great option again. Casiello following Scott Elliott. 55 out in front. Tanner with the pitch. Right here, number 87 plays off the block, or 17. Jamie Dykes diving in there, but Anderson coming up from behind, making the tackle down across the 45 into Shelton territory.
6:25.
What a football game.
6:25, remember, we can't hear ourselves seated here on the Seymour side of the field. 1st down, 44 to give inside. That's Burchell. Barrels across the 40 to the 39, tripped up by Gossett. The initial hit.
Seymour with an excellent mix there, running the option outside, and they're coming back inside. Burchell here, as you see the fold block, Elliott around, opens up a hole in that 40 and gets Maroni Burchell across the 40 down inside that 39-yard line for Seymour.
And it's that offensive line, Gross, Chapman, the Elliott twins, Sean Lepresti, and the tight end, Mike Gray, creating the holes. Option.
Here's the option again.
Casiello, 30-yard line inside the 30 before he's taken down by Scott Glasscock.
I'm going to tell you something, folks. With Scott Elliott out in front of you or Jason Chapman, David Casiello is going to make a lot of yards because there's nobody on the corner. They are closing down very well. Anderson gets a piece of the quarterback as he pitched the ball. But look at right there, the excellent blocking, bringing him down across the 30, down about the 27.5-yard line. Another first down for Seymour as they are marching down the field.
First down for the Cats. The line of scrimmage, the 27 of Shelton. The fullback, rather the tailback, that's Casiello, slides to the 24. Stopped there by Gossard.
He got all he could out of that one as they came with the blast play right up the middle. Fullback on the lead. You see Burchell right here folding around as Sean Lopresti coming right up the gut and diving forward right around that 25. David Casiello.
The spot is at the 25. Second and a long 7 for Seymour. 4:47 counting down here in the football game. The option, Casiello tripped up, still manages to hold on to his feet and gets about 7-8 more yards before he's stopped by DeMarco.
That time Casiello did that all himself. He didn't have a lot of blocking at the point of attack. Shelton closed it down very well. Look at Elliott now. He doesn't get a piece of anybody right here. And Casiello sidesteps while a number of blue jerseys try and get down ahead of him. 60 right there. Great tackle by Scott DeMarco, but Seymour again very close to that first down yardage.
And we're going to measure things here on the near sidelines. And an all-important measurement. 4:39 as the clock is stopped here at the Barber Field. Fourth quarter action, Shelton 14, Seymour 13. Seymour would like to try to do something with that score. The importance of the game cannot be overstated. The winner of this football game is going to really have a good leg up on possibly going ahead, although we'll never forget there's a team down in Derby. The Red,
5-0,
the Big Red, 5-0, undefeated in Housatonic League play. But you've got to think the winner of this game psychologically is going to have a lot going for him.
I'll tell you, Charlie DeCenzo and the Derby Red Raiders do what they have to do to win every week.
They do not look pretty all the time, but
you have to go
they
out
know how to win.
Beat them. They do not beat themselves. They know how to win, and they've got great tradition.
Third and short, about a foot to go. That is Glenn Fritz in motion. The quarterback is Tanner. Tanner takes it ahead for the first down.
And Edward, both of these football teams out here today still have to go play the Red Raiders. First down, Justin Tanner, the quarterback sneak. Again, that inside line right over the Elliots. Straight ahead for that first down. See Lopresti get inside, driving ahead also with a great offensive takeoff. 4:29 left to go. They're inside the 20, down about the 17-yard line. A great football game. Can't overstate the obvious, but it is a great high school game.
First down. Maroney Burchell is the fullback. The tailback is David Casiello. On the option, Tanner. Let's see if he pitches. Casiello is going to be brought down. That is Chuck Sipkaski coming up with the defensive gem.
We'll see how Seymour reacts now to a play where they have lost about 10 yards. There's a flag down, though, which may bring everything back. The Seymour Wildcats have moved the football all the way down the field. This option, Chapman right here, Sipkaski does a great job. Look at Sipkaski fight through the stalk blocking, get up along the line of scrimmage. Matt Miller takes him down. We've got a penalty, and we'll see what it is. It's going to be against the Shelton Gales. That is going to bring everything back. It's going to be wait a second now, we're still talking here. It's going to be against Seymour, and that's going to bring a big ooh from this side. So that will be interesting to see. I don't think Shelton's going to take it. They got about a 10-yard loss on it. They'll rather take the down. Seymour with a mistake. They're going to be second in at least 18, depending on the penalty. With the penalty, they'll only be second in about 20. So obviously they'll refuse it. And Seymour now, we'll see how they react. They have just had a bad offensive play. They're second, 17, about the 27 as you can see there, and they've got to now get into first down territory, which is around the 8-yard line.
Officials were talking things over.
This is where you get and find out what kind of quality your football team is made of.
They were talking things over with tri-captain Scott Glasscox. Scott Glasscox has gone a long way here defensively. He's the starting guard today and has played a lot of tackle for the Gales offensively, but with the loss of Aurelio Gracia, they have called on Scott Glasscox defensively, and the young man has responded admirably. Scott Glasscox, 5'11", 220-pound senior tri-captain. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Justin Tanner running for his life, pressured by McGovern. The pass is incomplete, bringing up a third down situation.
Brian McGovern with great pressure that time. Tanner could not set. He is not blocked, and Tanner cannot get the ball off. It brings up a big third down as both sides of the field now are rooting their football players on. Seymour, not that same intensity that they had initially in this drive. That big play by Miller and the sack of Casiello has turned momentum a little bit to the side of the Shelton Gales.
Ball is on the 27-yard line of Seymour. Third and a whole bunch. Tanner back to throw. Looks like a screen. It is a screen to Mike Ray. It is dropped, and it's an incompleted pass.
Fourth and 20.
Seymour could not get that one off. Miller on the screen. Tanner gets back. A lot of pressure. See McGovern there especially, and then never can get around to getting the screen pass. Goes as an incompletion. Seymour with a timeout. They're fourth and a long way away here from first down territory. I've got to get down inside the 8.
Fourth and about 20.
3:38 left to go. They certainly will have an opportunity to get the football back if they can stop Shelton if they do not convert. But it is certainly a big play in this football game right now for the Seymour Wildcats.
While we have an opportunity, buddy, let me thank our spotter for today's football game, an injured Wildcat of Southmore, Paul Stocking, doing the spotting for us here at the Barber Field.
And sitting next to him is his buddy, David Surwich, who was injured in a freshman football game this year also. Well, I want to say hello to David and wish him well. Hope he gets back on the field. His cousin is playing today for Syracuse. Played here for a lot of years. The Surwich boys for Seymour.
K.C. Surwich.
Not a bad football player.
Not a bad football player indeed.
Had a cousin who wasn't too bad also.
Fourth and down. Here we go. This might be it. Shotgun. Fourth down. 27-yard line. Fourth and 20. Low snap. Tanner back to throw. Has a receiver out there. Throws it up. Glenn Fritz is out there. Incompleted pass at the 2-yard line. The coverage by Jamie Dykes.
Jamie Dykes batted the ball down right at the goal line. Excellent job. Now Seymour's defense has to get him back to football. Shelton's offense needs 2 first downs to put the game away for them. So right now, we go to the defense. Shelton on offense needs a couple of first downs with 3:31 left to go. Seymour, obviously, their defense now must get that ball back for them. As you see the story right there, 14-13 with 3:31 left to go.
Shelton Gales undefeated in Housatonic League play, 3-1 overall, looking for their 4th league win of the season. Wildcats with 1 league loss, looking to keep it that way. First down. John Kearns off the right side. Kearns with some good yardage. The Wildcats get him out of bounds on the far side, led by tri-captain Scott Elliott.
The fact that he went out of bounds is a bigger play than the about 5 to 6 yards that he picked up, because it does stop the clock. Seymour would have loved to have stopped him shorter than that, but getting him out of bounds is certainly a plus for them. And again, Eddie, that extra point, a big key in this football game. The missed snap by Seymour when they took the lead 13-7.
We zoom in behind head football
right
coach
over the shoulder of the head coach.
Paul Sponheimer. Kalovich is hemmed in and stopped on the far side of the field. A pickup of maybe 1-2 on the play. Scott Elliott again outstanding from his defensive end spot on the play.
Kalovich is pointing. He's saying, I didn't go out of bounds. I want to keep the clock going. They're saying, why didn't you go to the sidelines? Look at him right here. He turns up, and rather than run, maybe get an extra yard, he keeps himself in bounds. 3 minutes left to go here, and it's a big 3rd and about 2.
behind us. The Seymour fans exhorting their Seymour defense. Kearns
He's got it.
busts through for the first down to the 40-yard line.
Big first down for the Gales, as they'll need one more first down here to make it very difficult for Seymour. Look at the surge in the offensive line right there for Shelton, as Kearns finds a little seam, gets about 5 yards, brings himself up to about the 40-yard line. As Seymour takes a timeout.
Paul Connick, the shaken up player for the Wildcats, an outstanding defensive tackle. Here's a young man who really did a great job in getting back into football playing shape. He had a back injury last year, and it's truly did a great job off season getting ready for this football season. 6 foot, 235-pound junior defensive tackle. First down for the Gales at the 40-yard line, trying to run things out here and preserve a 1-point lead. Kearns off the right side, the big fullback, gets 8 on the play.
Kearns, they've got almost about 9 guys on the line of scrimmage. Kearns the only guy in the backfield, along with the quarterback Keith White, and they are just going off tackle and allowing Kearns to pick a spot.
And they're running off that right side. Let's mention the center is DeMarco, the right guard, Scott Glasscox, and that right tackle, Paul Osak, but let's not sure if Paul is in. He was limping off the field a while ago, but let's give credit to that right side of that line, that whole line. Kearns is tripped up for a loss.
Another big
forth.
third down right here. Seymour's going to take a timeout. They are putting everything on this ability to stop Shelton right here. You see the distance there, third down as you go in the huddle with Coach Paul Sponheimer. His defense must make a big play right here. Shelton gets another first down. It's all she wrote.
That was Connick along with Scott Elliott on that last play, knifing under the Shelton runner. So it's a third down, another critical third down play. We look at that scoreboard clock. It is official. 1:40 remaining.
Seymour is going to have to stop him here, force the punt, and then get a 2-minute offense down the field, close enough to either get the field goal or get into the end zone. It's certainly a difficult chore. Can be done. We've seen Seymour do it. As the cheerleaders there, along with everyone else right now, watching this big third down play for Seymour.
Let's complete the rest of that offensive line, buddy. I don't want to neglect that left side. Dave Vincent, the left guard for the Gales, and John Novak in at left tackle. They have done the job for the Shelton runners all day long. So Paul Sponheimer comes off the field after talking to his defense. Here we go. Third down, 3rd and 3. The line of scrimmage to 46. Gales have to get it up to midfield.
Quarterback.
And straight ahead, that is Keith White. He is, from our vantage point, shy of that yardage. And
Seymour
the Cats call a
takes
timeout.
Another timeout. Keith White tried to get close. They are very, very close. Less than, I would say, a foot. 1:33 left to go. What will Coach Branca do here on 4th down right at the 49-yard line as you look out across the field? A big decision by Shelton, whether they will kick the football or risk right here trying for the first down and giving field position. As Seymour is out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock again. Coach Sponheimer going into the huddle, and we'll wait and see what Shelton decides to do.
Buddy, I speculated a moment ago whether Paul Osak was in the football game. Just a moment ago, we had him in our camera view. Paul Osak, that starting right tackle. Once again, we have had 2 outstanding offensive lines. A lot of experience coming into the season. Seymour, of course, is just an outstanding display of offensive blocking last week against in that big win over Lyman Hall of Wallingford. We know how good they are, but this Shelton offensive line should really come in for a good deal of praise.
They certainly have done a creditable job, as it looks as if Shelton is going to go for it on 4th.
White takes the snap, and the Shelton side seems to think they have it. Let's wait for the mark. Straight ahead, the quarterback, Keith White. Keith White, 2nd-year starter for the Gales, and they do have it. There it is, the indication. Getting up a frustrated Paul Connick along with Scott Elliott.
Shelton just drove them back enough to get Keith White across the 50 in that first down, and now Seymour cannot stop the clock. A great job by the Shelton Gales in this drive. 2 first downs have wrapped up what looks like the football game, barring a turnover by Shelton.
Flags are dropped, and that's a procedure penalty coming against the Shelton Gales.
Shelton has 44 yards that they can give up right now, and they wouldn't be worried about giving up all 44 to get rid of that last 1 minute and 20 seconds. So that's not going to hurt them. They do not need another first down. All they must do is snap the ball twice, not turn the ball over, and they will take a 14-13 well-deserved victory and a well-deserved birthday present for Coach Branca back to Shelton.
White takes the snap, drops back, and protecting him is Kearns. And the clock is ticking down. And the Shelton players, and there you see the Shelton side of the field, extremely excited. Clock is running down.
This should be the last snap of the football game.
Whitey takes it, runs out a little bit, rolls out, and then wisely gets down to the turf.
We'll see when he marks the football. When he drops that hand, they got 25 seconds, and it's 23. They do not have to snap the football again, although we have a timeout as one of the Shelton players is down on the ground. Number 55 for Shelton, and that's Scott Glasscock, as Eddie mentioned before, who's had a great game for the Shelton Gales, both offensively and defensively.
Scott, a courageous young man for Shelton, because has an injury, had an injury a couple years ago, and still feels the effects of it and plays with a lot of pain. There he is being helped off by Zubkaski along with Fitzpatrick. Scott Glasscock.
Shelton player shaking up.
One of the tri-captains, and Aurelio Gracia did not see a down of action here today.
3rd down, 22.
We'll see you later.
38-yard line. The Gales have the football.
And you can wrap it up and bring it home because it's over.
The clock is running down. 9, 8, 7, and let's let the picture tell the story. The Shelton Gales go to 4-0 in league play, 4-1 overall. And they have held on for a 14-13 big win over the Seymour Wildcats. We'll be back with the Fitzpatrick's Player of the Game award winner right after these messages. Here at the Barber Field in Seymour, our final score, Shelton 14, Seymour 13. And Buddy Chernovitz, Ed Clemens saying, goodbye everyone.